Grade 1, the purse $1 million, a mile and a quarter, thoroughbreds 3 and up, all carrying 124 pounds. Here's the field now. Jockey assignments and the closing odds. Tenner's Way on the inside, 11-1, has Eddie Delahousse. Darren Go at a big price with Alex Solis. Siphon at 6-1, the speed horse with David Flores. The great Cigar at 1-9 with his regular rider Jerry Bailey. Luthier Fever, big price, but just by leaving the starting gate, he'll make $500,000. The only one to make the participation bonus of the MGM series. And Dramatic Gold on the outside at 25-1. Cigar trying to make 20th century North American racing history. No thoroughbred in this century has won 17 in a row. Tied with Citation at 16, unbeaten since October of 1994. Let's go to the call with Trevor Demon from our Racing to the Breeders' Cup telecast.
They're all set. There's the roar from the crowd. The Pacific Classic field is underway. Cigar began beautifully. He's in the blue cap, one from the outside, but as expected, Siphon is going to sprint up to lead them. And Siphon takes the early lead. Cigar is tracking him comfortably in second, and Dramatic Gold is right there in third. Dare and Go at the rail is only 3 lengths off the leaders. The pace just a good one. They're not flying and they're not crawling. Tenner's Way is back second last, and the long shot Luthier Fever is last. 10 lengths covers them as they go to the 7/8, and Siphon racing about 3 horses off the rail is going to carry Cigar wide into the turn. Siphon the leader, but Cigar is already right there, breathing down his neck in second. Dramatic Gold is another length and a quarter back in third. Dare and Go is down at the rail in fourth. He's 4 lengths off the leaders. Eddie Delahousse has Tenner's Way 5 lengths off them, and another 5 lengths back to the long shot Luthier Fever. They swing on to the backstretch, and Siphon is going to try to take them along as slow as he can. He leads them by just under a length. Cigar is right there between horses. Dramatic Gold is pestering Cigar throughout. He's right up alongside, and those 3 now have started to sprint away up front. It's 4 back to Dare and Go. Tenner's Way's got to pick it up. He's 9 off them, and Luthier Fever is distanced. They go to the quarter pole. Siphon at the rail. Cigar is right up alongside. Dramatic Gold can keep up. They run to the quarter pole. Can Siphon try to run his biggest race of his life and keep Cigar away? Cigar's in front. Dare and Go with a white cap is now looming a danger. Dare and Go's going to look for the upset. Cigar takes the lead. Dare and Go's got dead aim on him. Cigar's got to dig deep. He's had to run very fast early, and he can find. And Dare and Go has gone right on by Cigar. A 16th of a mile to go. And you can never underestimate a classy horse. And this is one classy guy on his day. Dare and Go and Alex Solis win the Pacific Classic. Cigar ran his heart out, but has to settle for second. Siphon was third, then Dramatic Gold, and Luthier Fever finished last.
Trainer Dick Mandella and the Presley Farm connection celebrate while an all-time Del Mar track record crowd of 44,181 was stunned. The great Cigar beaten 3.5 lengths behind the 39-1 long shot Dare and Go, who paid $81.20. Dare and Go, a 5-year-old son of Alydar, owned and bred by the Presley Farm in Kentucky, trained by Dick Mandella, ridden beautifully here by Alex Solis coming on the outside. So how did Cigar lose after 16 straight victories dating back to October of 1994? It was one of the very basics of racing, pace. The first quarter in 23, a killing second quarter in 22-4, got him to the half at 45-4. The next quarter mile went in 23-2, 3 quarters in 109-1, then 24-2 for a mile in 133-3. That just 2/5 slower than the Del Mar mile track record. The final quarter a slow 26-1. But by then, for Cigar, the damage had been done.
I knew they had gone the half and 45 and change, and I knew it was too fast. And watching it down the backside, I mean, it probably wasn't as much Siphon being on the lead that caused us to go as fast as we did. I believe Jerry would have backed up off of Siphon, and Siphon obviously would have backed the pace up a little more. I think it was the horse that was lapped on the outside of us, Dramatic Gold, that really forced the entire issue and probably was the deciding factor in the outcome of the race.
I'm certainly not blaming it on him. I mean, like I said, if the blame comes my way, I'll take it, because I'm the one that made the decision to let him stay up there, and I didn't think it was a killer pace, although it was fairly quick. But I knew before the quarter pole, I knew really leaving the 3/8 pole. If anybody was going to run hard at me, I was going to be in trouble today.
You know, there's a million ways to get beat, and there's only one way to win, and that's finish first. And today we didn't finish first, but he's still a great horse. I wouldn't back down from saying he rates up there with all the best of them.
Cigar came out of the race in good shape physically, but mentally he seemed to know that he had been beaten, even refusing his usual post-race peppermint from owner Alan Paulson. Cigar, whose $200,000 second-place check makes him the first North American-based thoroughbred to ever go over the $9 million mark in earnings, was shipped back early Sunday morning to Saratoga. His next scheduled race, September 14th, Woodward Stakes at Belmont, to be featured live here on ESPN. Well, Cigar lost a race and got dropped from the ticket as well. Early in the week, Dole's Cigar tickets were everywhere in San Diego. Apparently, Mr. Dole found another running mate.